What up, what up, what up? This is we back for another week of the Rick and Jordy podcast. I'm one half of your host, Jordy.
And I'm the other half of your host, Rick. Oh, I'm eating.
You can cut all this. What are you talking about? Might save some of it though.
Anyway, how's your weekend?
Good weekend. Didn't really do much. I'm trying to think about it. Actually, what did we end up doing? We did do something. I don't know. Outside of going to church, what did we do this weekend? We did something this weekend. Oh, we had a birthday party. There was a birthday party for one of Mo's friends' kids.
Okay.
And then I didn't know Home Depot does like the kids workshop thing.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't know. Everybody knew this apparently except for me.
They've been doing it since we was young.
I never knew. Yeah. Never heard about it. So I took the little one to that. She had a good time, and we made a grill, like a little grill. Actually, I think I have a picture of it.
Like what was it made out of wood or?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, made out of wood. Yeah, here it is right here.
Okay.
A wooden grill, and you can lift it. You can lift it up and down on the hinge and everything like that. Pretty cool. And then you get to paint it. So I had a it was a good moment because she got to learn how to like use some of the tools. I mean, obviously, I had to do most of it, like as far as like the screwing and nailing in, but she got to try it out and learn like what a hammer is, like how to use a hammer, screwdriver. And then she did the painting, for the most part. I helped with the paint a little bit because she gets stuck in one spot just doing this, and so but
just painting.
Yeah. Okay. So I helped her kind of spread the paint around a little bit, but yeah, so we did that. It was just me and her. That was a good time.
Okay. How many other kids was there?
It was quite a few actually. I didn't realize it was going to be like that. I thought it was going to be like I don't know. I guess I didn't think it was going to be a whole lot of people, but it was quite a few. I mean, people just coming in and out,
Yeah.
But yeah, it was cool though. It was a good experience. We're gonna try to do it every month.
Is that it's once a month, right?
Yeah, first Saturday of every month.
Yeah. Yep. I found out about that as a kid. Like my friends went to it. I was like, "What do you mean you go to Home Depot and make things?"
Yeah.
And maybe it was I don't know. It was just a lack of knowledge of my parents' part. So yeah,
my parents knew about it, and I never went.
Oh really?
Yeah, they was like, they've been doing that for a long time. I was like, they even have adult workshops. I was like, nobody ever told me this. Like, I saw it on Instagram. That was my first place.
Right.
So even Mo knew about it.
Yeah, I bet she did know about it.
Nobody told me.
You was the last one to find out.
Yeah, it's a free activity that teaches actual necessary skills. Like, I didn't, and you get to keep the stuff. Like, what I'm saying is, they give you, and these are pretty cool. Like, this is a real, I mean, it's nice. It's a gift card box is what it is. It's a wooden grill gift card box for Father's Day, obviously. But and then, you can just put like gift cards in there and stuff like that. But I don't know. I thought it was dope. Like the next one is like a little foosball table, a mini foosball table
that you can play.
It's just like a 2-man. So it's like
I get what you're saying.
Yeah.
Mini version.
Yeah, mini. Yep.
That's still cool.
But I mean, like it's dope. I mean, they give you the instructions and you put it together and paint it. They give you all the tools to do all the stuff. Like,
Go with your kid.
Yeah, it's just a bonding moment, and she gets to learn how to use tools, in a safe way.
Yeah, I ain't mad about that.
Yeah,
man. Well, as far as my weekend, went and got a seafood boil. That was pretty good. I went to another bare knuckle fight on Friday. So this one they had more people in the card. They had like 10 bouts, but I kid you not, like out of the last 5 bouts, 2 or 3 of them lasted under 30 seconds, bro. It was brutal. Like
knockouts.
Yeah, knockouts. Homie was from Casey. Casey K.
What's his name?
I'm gonna have to look at the. I don't. I'm not.
Did he win?
But he won. Yeah,
Okay.
he would do
Good.
that. Yeah. So
Represent well.
tall lanky white cat. He looked kind of actually all of them looked out kind of crazy on the cards, but he looked one of the most crazy one.
I mean, they're bare knuckle fighting.
Like he was the one looking like I wouldn't want to step in the ring with him, but it was like screw loose or something. I bet all of them got screwed loose.
The type of person it takes. The thing that people don't understand about any type of professional fighting, they think that this stuff is a game. Like there's a reason why we watch and they fight.
And
there's
a reason why some of those people have to register their fists as weapons.
These people already have not like I'm not saying this in a negative way. I don't mean this in a negative way, but they already have it in their mind that this is a safe way for them to get out, or a legal way for them to get out their aggression. Which is a good thing, because you already have to have something in your head to be able to do this.
Time and time again.
Yes. To agree to physically maul another human being. That's what you're doing. That's
exactly what that is. There's no way around it, because you're getting cut. Like, I kid you not, one of the fights was 2 punches. And the man that threw the 2 punches, man, was a grandpa. He had his grandchildren in the audience, bro. He looked like an unk. He had ball spot, bro. I kid you, like, they called him something power punch, like he was known for his power, right?
Yeah.
He hit that man. He hit the man one time. Dude stumbled back, bounced off the rope, put his guard up again. He hit the dude another time. Dude's eyes rolled back in his head. And and he did not get touched at all. That was the quickest fight there was. No, that wasn't the quickest fight, because he kind of stepped back, and then that was like a 30-second fight though. But that was the most brutal shit I saw that night. That was crazy. So dude went to that, and then there was this outside festival that the homie got me tickets for, so went to that. That was pretty dope. Saw Thundercat that night, so that was a cool
I
show.
saw that.
Yeah, that was a real cool. But then really just kicked it, just chilled Sunday, and that was about it. That was about it for real.
Bro, you be living life.
I don't know. Just trying to keep it interesting. Put it like that.
Is that what it's like to not have kids? Because now I'm over here looking like, like,
this man, just came back from North Carolina. Too. So
I'm like, boy, I see you at concerts. You be snowboarding, skateboarding, you be traveling. I'm like, like what?
Try to keep it funky.
Nah, I ain't mad at that.
Man. So at least do it while I can.
I was about to say, get it all out your system, because as soon as you settle down and have a family, you better start planning family trips.
Exactly. But so in North Carolina, that was the last time I've been in North Carolina? About 2021. But saw family, celebrating my pop's 60th birthday, threw him a little surprise party. He enjoyed that a lot. We went down to Wilmington, North Carolina, so it's kind of close to the coast. Went on a sunset tour, that was pretty dope. Saw rice fields, tobacco fields. They told us some history, of the little pier or dock area. Part of that history that, they were talking about the Civil War, right? The way he explained it, he was like, so that dock was a real prominent dock during that time. Like, goods came, selling, trading, stuff for the war, stuff like that. During the war, basically, he's like, when they were going down, the man that owned the land or owned the house that ran everywhere there, like, he's like, you kind of, instead of letting the Union instead of letting the Union take control over that whole docking area, he wanted to spy them, and he set it afire. So he just burned the whole thing, even though it was his own, it was his own property and all that.
Yeah.
But the way the man explained it, he was like, "Yeah, and when during the Civil War, when the Northern forces came to invade the South, such and such burned the land." I'm like, so when the motherfuckers came down here to free the slaves, they didn't want the slaves free, so they tried to burn the docks down. That's what happened. And so basically, the black people, my family on the boat, we just looked at each other and laughed, and because they were sugarcoating basically what was happening.
Yeah.
So yeah, it was just
No,
interesting.
I was reading this book called Barracoons. It's a it's written by I have to give you the author's name, but she's a well-known author, or she was. I don't know if she's still alive or not. But anyways, it's a book. It's based on this guy, the guy that came over on the last slave ship.
Mhm.
His name was Cujo. What was his last name? Can't remember his last name, but his first name was Cujo, and he was the oldest, one of the last people alive from the last slave ship to come over. And I'm bringing it up because it's a similar thing. So like even after like the slave trade became illegal after a certain point. I can't give you the date because I don't remember the date off the top of my head, and I don't want to lie. So it became illegal after a certain point where like the world was like, hey, no, we can't do this anymore. But there were places in the South that were still sending ships and bringing slaves back. And
Okay.
so what they were doing was they would bring them back and then they would burn the ships to, get rid of the evidence. So, yeah, they would sell it off somewhere off on the coast and just burn it and then let it, sink down. And then they would, that's how they would, do that. He came over on the last one. And so they were still, even to this day, I think they were still trying to find pieces of that ship. I think they found some, but I don't think they know the exact location of where they burned it at. But they found like just some debris or something like that, I think, because there's a documentary about it too. But there's his whole story. Like if you get the book is called Barracoons. Yeah, and it's huh? BAR, yeah, BARACOO.
Raccoons. Okay.
Yeah, I think it BAR, is it BARRA or BARA? One of the two. Try both.
Barracoon.
There we go. Yep.
Yeah.
What's the author's name? Because she's actually famous. Like she wrote a lot of stuff.
Zora
Neil
Hurston.
Hurston. Yep. There we go. Yep. I don't know why her name was escaping me, but yes.
It's a long book. It's only 208 pages.
Yeah, it's an easy read, bro. Oh well, easy read in length, not easy in like the content.
Yeah,
the content is crazy because she interviews him like the whole book, bro. Like he lived through being the last slave. Like when he came over, he was like 14 or 16. He was like a teenager. And he details what happened to him prior to being brought over here into slavery, like when he was still back in his homeland, like in Africa. Which, by the way, he's also evidence that they tried to say that the slaves came from like West Africa, and that's where like everybody was born, or that's where all the slaves were coming from. And he was living proof that them slaves wasn't coming from West Africa because they weren't native to that land. Quick anecdote. He was the reason he got brought into slavery and brought over here was because like the countries on the west were like Mali and all that were like, Mali was like one of the biggest empires on the west coast of Africa. And what they were doing, they were trading. So they would go into the middle of the continent. They would go into Africa, and they would wage war with all the tribes that would be in there. And they never said where these tribes came from. They don't know where they came from, but it's just like they would just be, I guess immigrants, you would call them, migrants. And they would go in there, and he was one of those tribes, and they would come in, they would kill all the warriors, like the elders and stuff like that, and they would take all the women and children, and they would bring them back, and then they would sell them, for money and guns and stuff like that, and then they just keep going back into the into the Central Africa and bringing all those tribes to the coast. So that's where he was coming from, and that's where it sounded like a lot of them was coming from. But they always said that the slaves came from the West Coast, which they did by way of Central Africa. But anyways, that's a whole nother story for another day. But yeah, his story is real sad, man. And like, dude, he the one thing that broke my heart. Not one thing, it was a lot of things that broke my heart, but one of the things was like he had got to like point in the interview, like he was like, he was already when she was interviewing him. He had already lost his kids and all this other stuff, crazy stuff. But she wanted to take a picture of him for the book, and he asked her if he could see the picture because he said he don't even know what he looked like. Like he said he had never. He said people have taken pictures of him before, but he's never seen what he looked like. So she promised to, show him the picture after she took it.
Okay.
It was wild, man. Like, dude was like, he was just really, he was, you can just tell, like, man, he was so, but he was also very, very heavy into God and praying and like, his faith, because like all the stuff that happened to him, bro, you would have like a regular person would have snapped way long ago, but he, it's a good read, bro. It's a really good read. Really good read. He connects some dots, like on some things that we weren't taught in school. You get firsthand from him. You can get firsthand because he was literally a slave. Now he wasn't a slave for that long because he came over. Slavery ended in 65. He came over and like, I don't know. He was a slave for like less than 5 years, but a slave for any man, even if it's 5 days, it's still too long. You know what I mean? But yeah. So, but yeah.
Thank you for the knowledge.
Yeah.
But
yeah, my bad. Go ahead.
No.
When you talking about setting the fire, that's what it reminded me of, because I was like, that was crazy.
Oh shit. Huh? It's a bug. But yeah, so then I don't know. I was talking about North Carolina.
Yep, North Carolina.
Yeah, after that, I've been back to work today for real. First day back in the office, but yeah. So other than that, probably ain't nothing changed. Same old. Getting back into the routine. So
yeah, I feel it.
Yeah. So you
what I do?
Speaking of history and stuff like that, you were mentioning that 1 + 1 = 3 these days.
Hey, yo, man, do you be watching? Have you ever seen, like, I just see the clips. I actually don't watch the actual interviews. Like, I'll watch enough of it just to kind of get context to what's being said, because I don't like trying to gauge my reaction off of like a 30-second clip, because like a lot of times it's easy to take stuff out of context. So, but yeah, Terrence Howard on Joe Rogan's podcast, bro, them clips are crazy.
What does he call it? Infinity or something like that?
I don't remember what he called it, to be honest, but it sounds like not, because it's like basic stuff that can be proven in regular life. Like, like he was saying that everything, like, basically it would have to start at 0. Like 0 is a made up number or something like that, and that it would have to be like, if 0 times 1, it would have to be 1. So we're all of our numbers are off by 1 or something. Like, I'm probably messing this up, but basically he was saying 0 times 1 would have to be 1, just like 2 times 1 times 2 would have to be 3.
Yeah.
So forth and so on. And
1 times 1 would be 2.
Yeah.
That's what he's standing on.
Yeah. And he was saying there's nowhere in the world that you can see, nowhere in nature that you can see where 1 times 0 is 0. And in my mind, I was just thinking, like, do you not understand what multiplication is, right?
Right.
Like, multiplication is, somebody broke it down in a simplified way that, because I'd be trying to take it too far, but they broke it down in the comments. It was like, well, it's basically saying an action times like a result or whatever, right?
Yeah, I saw
Or
that.
how many times am I doing this action? If I do this action 0 times, then I did not do the action.
Right. Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
So,
I saw. It was
yeah,
like a good deed and a bad deed. And
yeah,
so he even broke it down with positive and negative and stuff
yeah,
like that. So yeah.
yeah. Oh yeah, yeah. The one, it was like negative times a negative. He was like, how does that equal a positive? He was like, well, if I turn around one time and then I turn around one more time, wow, I'm back in the same spot. If
Yeah.
I turn around one time, that's a negative times a positive, then and it's negative. And
Yep.
then, obviously a positive, positive times a positive. But it was just like, I mean, like all these things like you can prove in just regular life. And so like sometimes I think I don't want to discount somebody's intellect because I don't know. I don't know him personally and obviously, and then I don't know what he knows and what he doesn't. I don't know what he studies, but I do believe that sometimes you can you can learn so much that it is almost counterproductive. It's almost like overworking out. Like if you keep bench pressing, if you bench press 100 pounds 10 times, that might give you a nice little pump depending on where you're at. But if you bench press 100 pounds 30 times, you can easily overwork your muscles and it not grow. You can tear something instead. You know what I'm saying? You can injure yourself. So I think the same thing. I mean, I think that can happen with learning too. I think you can learn so much information from all these different places that it can easily it can cause you to overthink.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. It seems like he has it, like you were saying, if it's an overload of information, then
Mm.
it wants to knock common sense out of there somewhere. Like
Yeah,
this information is overshadowing the common sense. It's like, oh, I got to consider all this, but
yeah,
oh, this is known, this is proven. But what if? Still, what if? It's almost like conspiracy.
yeah. And you know, like I said, I don't want to knock them on on the idea, but it was just like I don't know. I don't know. Hold on. I'm gonna see if I can find the actual clip because I
All
don't
right.
want I don't want to be like you
And
know
he's so dead set on it
yeah.
that
That's that's the part that
like I guess you have to be if you're trying to shill something like that. If you're trying to change people's perception, you have to be
yeah, you have to believe it.
right.
If you don't believe it,
Square root of a number added to itself will equal more than that number squared. But that's what happens with the square root of 2. That's what happens with most of the numbers. I was like, how is it that multiplication, if it means to make more and increase in number, how is 1 times 1 equaling 1 part of the multiplication table? Now, I understand that if you're seeing it one time,
Right.
but we call that once. But the moment that you had that add the times in there, that multiplicative indicator, that means there's more than one. So now each equation is supposed to be balanced. That equal sign is supposed to show that there's a balance between these two numbers over here and a balance on this one over here. Conditions that said it's illogical.
so you see like that right there.
So what? Yeah,
I think he's combining
yeah, exactly.
different because he's saying I get I get where he's trying to go
Yeah,
because he's
he's
saying
ignoring division though.
yeah, he's saying you said what?
He's ignoring division. He's ignoring
Oh,
everything else about
yeah,
math.
yes. And so because what he's saying is he's saying, all right, yeah, if you have one thing one time, then yes, I get that. But you just answered that question right there when he asked about multiplication, he just answered that by saying that because he was like, I understand that if you see something one time, then it's one.
Time. Yeah,
That's what that means. One
yeah,
times one means you're seeing this action one time. That's what it's spelling out for you. But I think where he's overthinking it is where he's saying, but the minute you add the multiplication symbol in there, that means you're making more. But he's thinking of that as an addition.
yeah.
Without saying that, that's what that's what he's giving off. If he's
Mhm.
thinking of it as addition, like you're adding one, and you're not adding one, you're just doing one action one time, meaning I only did this. If I run one lap one time, I ran one lap.
Yeah, yeah.
I mean, I don't. I think if we try to break it down too much, we might start sounding crazy because
I ain't saying nothing else. That's all I'm is
yeah.
one time is good for me.
But I don't know, bro, because that was just one of the outlandish things he said. Then he was talking about his first memory. Did you hear that?
No.
Okay, hold on. This is
Time.
great. This is great.
It seemed like he has a problem with time versus times.
Yes.
Just add the S, and he's like,
Yes.
"Oh, that changes everything."
Yes. Oh shoot. Where's the? I don't know.
I don't want to do that right yet.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Here we go. All right. So this is his first memory. This is what. Okay. Yeah. Let's just get into it.
When you're dreaming and you're falling and you hit the bottom and you wake up, but I didn't wake up here. I was inside my mother's womb. And I'm like, okay, don't forget I'm here. Okay. Don't forget. Now something's moving in front of you. And you're like, oh, that's my friend. But I had a different name for it. I didn't know it was my hand. Then ultimately you get ready to come out. I remember all of that.
You remember coming out?
Remember being compressed. You want to panic, but you're flooded with like some serotonin and dopamine to where you feel relaxed. You go right back to sleep. You remember being born. I remember being circumcised. My first memory when you're.
Why he just start talking about this now? Then that's his first memory. What? Why haven't he had a platform before this? He's famous. He won some Emmys. He could have said it at the Oscars or whatever.
Dog. That's what I'm saying. Like, I feel like something has happened because the stuff that he's talking about, like he said, his first memory was him being in the womb.
I want to scream, but I can't,
bro.
And what did he say? Did he just call his hand a friend?
Yeah, he said I didn't have a name for it yet, but I know that this is my friend. I didn't have a name for it to call it a hand, but it was my friend. It's in front of me, and it was like, but I don't know. Like, I'm not like. I don't know. I'm not that great in biology or nothing like that or science, but I do know this, that the brain is not developed as a baby.
Yeah.
To even be able to have distinct memories like that. Not saying that babies don't remember anything, but they're not going to, like, as they get older, they're not going to remember those moments.
Right.
If that makes sense. You know what I mean? Like, day to day, obviously they're picking up something. They remember, like when they see people, they recognize faces. You know what I mean? But like, yeah, I don't know. I can't explain it because, like I said, I don't have the knowledge on that. But
not real.
That's cap. That's what I'm gonna say. Yeah, because like, bro, like there's no this, bro. And the crazy thing about it was that was the first question of the interview. That was the first 10 minutes.
Oh, so you knew he was on some bullshit.
Yeah. As soon as he said that, like, bro, I watched another 15 minutes and I was like, I'm done. I can't because it was like, it's just getting too far now. It's like, bro, I was going to entertain this for a while just to hear him out. You know what I'm saying? I want to give people the benefit of the doubt that maybe you do know something that I don't.
Mm-hmm.
You know? And then when I heard that, I was like, all right, see what type of time this is. It's like when you know somebody's trolling. I don't think he's trolling. I think he really believes this stuff. But
I think it probably happened when he got kicked off of Iron Man. Was that the Marvel movie he was on?
Yeah, Iron Man.
Don Cheadle took his spot. Probably happened when he probably snapped, man. He's like, all that money gone.
Oh, he was talking about how he had 90 patents. He said, which that's true. He has a bunch of patents. He has like 90 something patents. I think they said 96 or 97, something like that, patents. But the part that threw me off was, and people was eating this up because this was a little thing for a while on like social media. They was like, oh, Terrence Howard, he's so smart. He has 96 patents, 97 patents, and he's the inventor, because he said this too out of his mouth. He said he invent. Hold on. I don't want to misquote.
Bet.
I don't want to misquote because, you know, that's not what I'm here to do when there's obviously
means to see it.
Yeah, there's a way to see it, to verify.
For sure.
Let me make sure I got the right one though. Yeah, I think this is it right here.
No, not white, right?
business do you have coming in here talking about science and all that? You're an actor. You want to know what my first patent was? The entire AR, VR world.
Devices wherein the viewer position detector dynamically determines the position of the viewer in the room environment and changes the desired display view corresponding to position changes of the viewer.
Now you see
This is all you?
Yeah, look at the inventor. Go up a little bit and slide over. It says Terrence Howard.
Yeah.
Worldwide patent 2010. These companies have all earned, they have multi-billion-dollar companies they've built off of my patents. Just roll through.
Sony, Microsoft.
So is he getting paid?
Hewlett Packard.
Yeah.
No.
Keep going.
Listen.
Keep going. IBM, and it's still making money. This patent has earned over $7 trillion. And I haven't gotten a penny of, like people say, well, what?
No, you didn't, because these patents are abandoned. So I don't know much about patents, but I was reading some of the comments, and I tried to fact check some of the stuff. I didn't fact check all of it, but basically what some of the comments were saying was like how patents work is like, if it's abandoned, usually if it's abandoned, that just means like a lot of times the person didn't have the funds to keep it going or to keep it alive. So technically they're still the owner of that patent, but you don't have to pay them for it because they weren't able to. It's like buying a trademark or something like that. Like if you didn't pay for the the paperwork or whatever. But also too, they were talking about he was talking about like all these companies like Sony and Apple and everything like citing his patent and making money off of it. Some of the comments were saying like about how that works too, is like citing a patent does not necessarily mean you use anything from that patent. You just referenced it to make sure that you weren't interfering. So like, if you had an invention, I might cite your invention to make sure mine is not conflicting with yours to where I now owe you money because I'm taking something that you already have a patent on. You know what I mean? So that means I would have to look through all the patents for this thing that I'm creating. So if I was trying to create a microphone, but you already had a microphone, I need to go check to see, make sure, because mine might do something a little bit different. I think it does a little bit something different, but I need to check yours to make sure that you don't already have a patent on that somewhere, and then I won't be infringing upon yours. And so then that would technically be me citing or using your information to make sure that, something like that. I don't understand it completely, so that can be fact checked if you're out there watching. I'm not claiming to be, but the problem that was with him talking about creating and inventing AR and VR was it was created in the 60s. So which that's easily Googleable. That's why I had a problem with the social media thing, because I don't think people actually Google anything, which you can just like invention of VR. Like you can just type in that simple phrase, and then it'll tell you right here. Ivan Sutherland, an American computer scientist and Harvard professor, invented the first virtual reality system in 1968. And then if you do the same thing with AR, the first AR technology was developed in 1968, Ivan Sutherland. So, I mean, you know what I mean? Like all these things. So I don't know if he just misspoke and meant to say like there was maybe something else that he invented to go with it, but that technology's already been out and around. So he might have innovated on it, but not invented.
So it sounds like, well, first off, so he did this back in the 90s.
I don't even know. No, that mug said 2010.
Oh, 2000. Oh, yeah. Okay. So it's so what?
Or that's what I thought I said. I thought it's 2000s.
It's because you patent something. Don't you have to follow through?
I mean, if you want to make money off of it, yeah.
Yeah. So what I don't know.
It's basically an idea.
Yeah, it is an idea, and it sounds like by patenting his ideas, his 90 ideas, it sounds like he's just trying to give himself credibility.
Yeah. That's what was very weird about it, because I'm like, you have all these patents, but you don't make, like, I don't know what he's making money off of.
Yeah.
He never verified that, but he was just talking. He fixated on that.
He would have let us know.
Yeah, that's what that's why I'm like, that's why it's kind of weird, because it's like, man, you got 90-something patents and you're not making money off of it. You're fixating on the one that's making all the money, but you don't get paid from it, which leads me to believe, like you said, that maybe you're not making any money off of any of them, and these are just 90 ideas.
Yep.
That
you write down and document officially.
Yeah.
A paper trail of them or whatever.
Yeah. And it's like, what are you trying to prove? Because I mean, I'm not gonna sit here and say you're not smart. I think that would be, bad for me to say. But I mean, we all have ideas. I got a bunch of ideas too. So I don't have patents for them, but
or we can't get on Joe Rogan's podcast.
Yeah, so I mean, I don't even have the money to make those. So it wouldn't matter anyway, you know what I mean? So,
right.
But yeah, I don't know. I just thought that whole interview was kind of weird, because it was, I don't know, man. He kept talking about having these dreams about this. Oh, so when he was talking about, this was in the beginning too, when he was talking about, he remember being born. He said as a kid, he can remember having these real vivid dreams, like having almost like it was like a out of body experience, where he goes to this palace and he's like, this man is taking him there, and he recognized the voice, but he could never see the man's face. And the man would take him there, and like he would show him all these things, like all these, like he already knew about all this scientific stuff, like gravity is not real. It's really a electric pool or something like that. Like all this stuff, like he learned all this stuff by just going. He said he can keep revisiting this place in his dreams, and he would learn all this new information. And so he knew all this stuff prior to it ever happening. And then he said, as he got older, he finally realized who that person was. Guess who the person was?
Himself.
Bingo. He said that's why he recognized the voice. It was himself, but an older version. Dog, you can't. This is what I'm saying. Like, that's why I said, like, I could only make it so far in this interview before I was like, you know what, I'm done.
I didn't know you could glaze yourself that hard,
bro.
The process, me.
Yes. That's basically what it is. Bro, I know everything. I'm a prophet. I see this stuff. I came to myself in a dream. What? Most people say, man, they be like, an angel came to them. Jesus himself came to them.
Right.
An ancestor, somebody else outside of themselves came to them and gave them some information. Whether it's believable or not, at least it's somebody else. This man said, when I was a child, I came to me in the older form and told me all these things, and I knew it was gonna be true. Dog, when I saw the interview, bro, I was like, I was amused but frustrated at the same time, because it was just like, because I'm just like, Joe Rogan, bro, he don't, and I respect him for this too, though.
I do too.
But it's also frustrating. But he lets people just talk.
Yep, he just let them, he let them expose themselves.
And he'll be like, wow, really? Oh man, that's amazing. Like, and he be seeming so into it, and it's just like, at the same time, it'd be frustrating, because I'm like, come on, Joe, just tell him, man, bro, you capping. Like, just say it, because you know you don't believe that.
It has to be a safe space so they can just go deep and go all out with their ideas.
Clearly.
Man, I wonder, like, was he promoting anything or anything like that?
I didn't watch long enough to even know if he promoted anything, to be honest. That was like a 3-hour interview. I think I did 30 minutes, maybe 45.
Here, let me see if there's,
because like most of that stuff was early on. I don't know what happened after that. And then the rest of it, I just watched clips.
The Terrence Howard had a degree.
But it was like but I think for a little while after that interview, social media was kind of like I'll say this, social media that was viewing that content, they were split. Some were calling him a genius, and some were saying he had a screw loose. But there was really no middle ground in there. I mean, I think it was just you're either one or the other.
He might have a little screw loose, because he got awarded an honorary degree, doctorate from SCSU.
He bragged about that too.
Yeah, in 2012. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. If he got an honorary doctorate, I'm sure he's gonna run with that.
Bro, he said something about that. He's like, do you think it was something to the effect of like, do you think they would give me an honorary doctorate if I didn't have this knowledge of I'm like, dog. I mean, hey,
Donate enough money. Yes.
I'm about to say, I think Denzel's an honorary doctorate of something too. Like, I mean, I think there's a lot of contrary to belief, honorary doctorates out there. They're like who's it? Bill Clinton's like an honorary Sigma or something like that, ain't he? Or did he actually get?
Oh, is he?
You know what I mean? Like a Sigma, and then like there's like honorary Kappas. Like you can honorary just means like, hey man, we love what you do.
Yeah.
Yeah, we want you to represent us. Like, you know, it's just like giving somebody the key to the city. I don't really mean nothing. We just respect you a lot, or you know, we like you, or whatever. Or like you said, you donated enough money. We're gonna just show our gratitude.
So,
because here's the thing: Osama bin Laden had the key to the city of Detroit.
Why?
Was it Osama or was it? Well, I think it was Osama, or was it Saddam? One of them two. And all I say is, we see how that turned out. So, yeah. I mean, I say that to say, like,
I mean, his timeline is.
I don't know that it means anything.
Iron Man 2008.
That
was his last Iron Man movie. Okay, so.
And them patents, it looked like it said 2010.
2010. So.
When was Empire?
That's what I'm getting at. I'm getting to it. So Iron Man 2008, working with Tony Stark, you know, in the lab, got some ideas from onset, right? Okay, so looking at Iron Man's helmet, he's like, oh, that's kind of like virtual reality. Let me patent that. Virtual reality, boom, virtual reality patent. All his patents probably came from the movie Iron Man, to be honest.
Oh my gosh. Hey, hold on. You just said something. Hold on.
Wait. Iron Man, dog.
But now I gotta look up the year of his patents for real. Because hold up, because you just might have said something. Howard's 2010 patent application described a system and method for merging virtual reality and reality to provide an enhanced sensory experience. 2010, yes.
Yeah, and then so he was pumping out patents, right? In 2012, this man got his honorary doctorate degree, bro. This is conducive to someone. This is just pumping his brain up, pumping your ego up. So
wait a minute,
he was a doctor, right?
Yeah.
After getting his honorary doctorate, he fucking got on Empire. He was running his own empire, bro. So
he was Lucius Lyon.
So that just drew the ego even more. So combine Lucius Lyon with I guess Albert Einstein of the modern era, with a little bit of Iron Man and Marvel magic twisted in. I guess this is what we get.
Hey, yo, you just made a connection I didn't even think about, bro. You said he got his patents from Iron Man. He was in Iron Man in 2008, and in 2010, he all of a sudden patented VR.
Patenting shit.
Hey, man, this is a good idea, man. Oh my gosh, bro! I did not picture that. I didn't even think about that. That's crazy. It's crazy.
Please follow up. Let us know more about this patent.
Hey, and then he said he got his doctorate in 2012.
12.
This is crazy, bro.
Man, my patent. This must be some smart shit. Doctorate, you know.
There's no way, bro. This is not real life. What are we doing now, man? What are we doing?
I don't know, bro. That's a good question. What are we?
Hey, man, we got to become famous for something, bro, and then we got to start doing some stuff, because clearly, bro, you could do whatever you want in this world.
Man, I wish I loved the office life more. I mean the job life more, because I seen this dude making he's blowing up on social media for promoting positive, like, you know how people talk down on office culture and shit, like,
yeah,
but he's uplifting that. He's like happy to wake up every day and go into the office. You grew a following on that, and that's like a complete flip side of that grind mode set, where you know you gotta hustle and have your side income and all that stuff. So anything possible, bro.
Yeah, I'm about to say that's actually a really good flip, because man, the office life it's tough.
Yeah, it is.
So I mean, I gotta find that, man. Send that to me, because I might need that for myself, just to hear it every day.
Yeah, I'll find it. I'll send it to you.
Yeah.
So that I mean, and then also, I mean, what I mentioned to you earlier. So we got Terrence Howard. So we got people of stature or people that have a platform trying to push something, like push their ideas or
Mhm.
whatever. And then we just got platforms themselves pushing whatever or pushing what they feel
Oh
they
yeah,
or
facts.
whatever. But kind of like I said earlier, so someone posted on social media that they had their second grade classroom,
Mhm.
submitting song requests for the end of the year or whatever, and they picked Eminem Mockingbird
Mhm.
as a as a requested song. And so mind you, these are second graders, so that's what, like, you're 8, I think, around 8
Yeah,
years
yeah.
old. So I'm thinking to myself, I'm like, what are 8 years olds knowing about Eminem first off,
Yeah.
and then,
Nice.
requesting a song that's kind of, I guess it might be popular, but I thought it was like an album cut. It seemed like an
I would say that, yeah, that's definitely an album cut. That's not like a
is
I don't when it came out, I don't remember people just singing that song like that.
okay,
Not
exactly.
unless you were like a hardcore Eminem fan.
Exactly. And I don't know what album that was on. Was it on anyways? But the point is that we have 8-year-olds requesting Marshall Mathers, and so how are they now learning of this Eminem song, Mockingbird? Well, it's because of the platform TikTok.
Mhm.
So it went viral. The song went viral on TikTok, I guess, because of
It was on Encore.
Encore. Okay, it was
Yeah.
on Encore. So that was 2000 what
2004.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah,
Dang.
because the songs on here was without. Oh yeah, what was it? Hold on, let me see. What was the track list for this? Mm. I gotta check it out now. Go ahead, keep going. My bad.
Oh, okay. But yeah, so, like, we talk about the power of social media. We talk about
Mhm.
how it can mass communicate information or whatever, or sway opinions and whatnot. But I mean, seeing it real time happen kind of like this with such impressionable minds and young kids, they're not even teenagers yet. So knowing that it's viral on TikTok, knowing that they're not teenagers, so that's becoming more normal the younger being younger on the internet. But
Yeah.
just really seeing that, having that put in front of my face was just wild. And I was like, without even thinking TikTok, I was like, how do these kids know of this song? And I was like, it has to be viral somewhere. It has to, like, on some social media platform. And so I
Yeah.
just Googled it, and it was like, yeah, Eminem took his songs off of TikTok or something, and the song went viral when he removed all his music.
Really.
So I'm like, that's two examples right there of social media swaying masses, I guess, or
Yeah.
mass producing information, and then also swaying masses because that Mockingbird song is now on road to go diamond. I think it's 5 times platinum now.
Really.
And this surge happened because of it going viral on TikTok.
Dang.
Song from 2004, 20 fucking
20
years,
years ago.
20 years later, being resurgence by 8-year-olds because of social media platform.
Only thing I remember from that song was him saying something about he gonna break that birdie's neck.
Yeah,
It was
yeah,
crazy, bro.
yeah. I just remember it being like a lullaby
Yeah.
type of melody or whatever.
Yeah, but he got dark in there.
Yeah, it was very dark.
Like,
And the crazy part is, yeah, like, she was shout out Aubrey or whatever, because it's her story. So she showed the kids, and they were all singing the song, bro,
Mhm.
like lyric for lyric.
It's
And
kind of,
that spooked me.
yeah, that is kind of spooky. That is kind of spooky because
Right.
that's almost it's almost like trance like,
Yeah,
you know?
yeah. So, oh, another thing, the skibbity toilet thing. Have you heard about that?
What's that?
It's just some degenerate. I don't know. I don't even know how to explain it, bro. It's some social media, some TikTok show or whatever. It don't make sense to adults. Put it like that. We're at the time where it's like we would show something to our parents, and they're
Mhm.
like, this don't make sense, or what
Yeah.
is this? What the hell is this? That's the time that's what's happened. That's what Skippy Toilet is to me, at least. I'm like,
Skippy Toilet.
Skippy Toilet. I'm like, what the hell is this? Like, it
It's a
doesn't
show?
make no sense, but it's viral.
It's a show?
It's a show, yeah. It's somebody's making 2-minute, 4-minute social media clips and yeah, calling it a show.
Oh wow.
So yeah, there's 74 of them and they're like a minute each.
Oh, that's a movie.
Yeah. So is that why they trying to ban TikTok then? Is it that? I guess that's my first showing of it being so powerful. I know it like during the election times and stuff like that.
I deleted that off my phone a long time ago because there was somebody that said the reason why it was named, well, it was a rumor, it was a theory. It wasn't like, I don't think it's verified, but the theory on to why it's called TikTok, because you're just wasting your time. TikTok. Like it wastes your time because like literally, like I remember like when I was on it, bro, I get to scrolling and then I look up and 30 minutes have passed. Go back down, keep scrolling, look up, bro, it's nighttime. Like what have I been doing all day? You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, TikTok was like the worst for me. I was like, yeah, I'm done with this because it was like nonsense. It wasn't even like anything that it wasn't nothing that on there that I was just like, oh man, I gotta have TikTok for this, because I wasn't using it for nothing productive. Like I was just watching funny videos, and then it started recommending you stuff.
Yep. I don't know. I have it on my phone. I don't hardly open it. I have it on my phone because if people send me it, I don't like it going to opening the browser or whatever. But yeah, so I mean, same with Instagram though, and Facebook. They got the real shit or whatever, the scrolling functionality.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's easy to get lost in that. So
I don't even watch those anymore. Like I used to watch. I think I did like Facebook Reels. I watched that, but then Instagram Reels never really caught on to me like that because because on Instagram I already had people that I liked watching like their content. So like, you know, I would just go to their page and then just see their content, or I was already following them, so they would, you know,
they tried to. It's not really the same thing as TikTok, but they tried to get slick with it where if you click into the reel, instead of having to click back out, you can just swipe and just continue going to random ass reels. So
yeah,
that's how they did it. But yeah, it's a cesspool, I guess.
Yeah, social media is it's man, if you can learn the algorithm, you can make it work for you, but it's gotten out of hand now.
Yeah, definitely. So
I saw a post a while back. It was on Facebook. Somebody was like, I remember when all this was just farmland.
Bruh.
You remember that?
Yes, man.
If you're too young, you're too young. But it was a day that all that was farmland, baby.
On Facebook and play just to
play farm. Yep. Harvest some crops, boy. Then you had to hit your friends up to get help so you can get the little extra whatever it was at that time. Was it extra lives or extra, you know, whatever? But
I remember.
Yeah.
Is that game still around?
I don't even know, man. I don't even know. I hadn't played that since college.
Yeah, it was college. What other games is that? All right.
So I know it was that. There was another. What game was that, man? Because I used to play it. It was like, was it like a nightclub thing?
There's Tetris.
Yeah.
And Mafia Wars.
Mafia Wars. That's what it was. Mafia Wars. Yep. Mafia Wars. Good call. Yep. Yeah, man. Facebook used to be the spot for the games. I used to like the little chat boxes too. I wish they kept them.
Chat boxes was dope.
Yeah. I don't like having to go to a whole nother app just to see messages. Nobody messages me now, but anyway, but my family group messages. But I mean, back then it used to be dope because you hear that little.
Did you speaking of what's still popular today, Candy Crush? That was originally a Facebook game.
Oh, yep, you're right. Yep, I was playing that on there too. I still got it on my phone though. I play it every now and then. I'm still playing it now.
I remember it on Facebook. So
yeah, Facebook had it, man. They had it. I think that was like, to me, that was like peak social media because you couldn't be on it on your phone, so it caused you to have to actually interact with people in real life. But like when you get back to your dorm or apartment,
Yeah.
level, then
Yeah.
that's when you check like, what's up? What's everybody on?
Yep.
Yeah.
It was like the hangout spot after hanging out.
Yep.
Yeah. So
Because you could easily, because like now you can hit somebody up on Facebook or Instagram, whatever social media platform, you can hit them up and you get to them instantly. But at the time, you had to see if people was on. Like, oh, let me see who's on, who's online.
yeah, on my friends list. Yeah.
You're like, oh, okay, hey, the homie on there, hey, bro, what you on? But yeah. Now you had to actually see if people was online. If not, well, that means you need to get up out the house because everybody's outside.
Yes, sir. That's exactly what I mean. That means something happening.
Man, that was dope, man. I missed that time, bro. I missed that time, man. Like we too connected now. It don't even make it like fun no more.
Yeah, it don't even make it fun to be on social media.
Man.
It's not about being connected on social media anymore. It's about showing out more or less.
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
Yeah. So I do miss the time when it was about being like AOL chat. I forever miss that.
I wasn't on it,
And,
but I heard people loved it though.
yeah. So that was like same thing in college with Facebook. But it would be in high school. Like so after school, go home in the evening to be talking to your friends instead of text messaging, just be on that, talking to everybody, cutting up and shit. So yeah, those was the days for sure.
Man, that was a good time, bro. That was a good time, man. Man, I can't, cause man, I don't know, man. That was just a fun time. That's all I know.
Yeah,
that was a fun time. Yeah, dang. But now we're here.
Now we're here, almost 2025. You know, still no flying cars, but
we're in the future though.
In the future for sure.
Speaking of the future, what you got for us? Because you had something for us that was futuristic, dystopian, even.
So I didn't.
I love that word.
So, okay, this is my fault because I didn't watch or read it. I sent it to you as a future episode.
Yeah.
Reference.
That's
what
yeah. So you didn't want that.
Yeah, I didn't.
Okay. Well, let's save it then. Let's save it. We're gonna save that. We're gonna table that one. So, yeah, y'all just tune in for another episode.
We're already at an hour, so
yeah, we're already at it.
Yeah, let's table it and have the.
That would be into it. That's fair. That's fair. Yeah, I'm down with that. Cool.
Yeah, but it is something about the future. You know, dystopian kind of where we headed. I guess it's a possibility. I mean, obviously, it's there.
Yeah.
So,
but this is. Well, yeah, we'll get into it more because I'm about to say because I almost
exactly
almost spilled the beans. Yeah, my bad.
But yeah, other than that, so this year is election year though, right? So shit's bound to get you know, stuff. Election year is always years that stuff pop off.
Yeah,
just crazy stuff happening. Stuff unexpected. Put it like that. The unexpected.
They say that that's like or it's a conspiracy, like it's a conspiracy theory that they say that happens election year because it like tries to almost try to sway the people into voting for their comfort. So like, you know, it'd be like if whoever's in office, they'd be like, all right, we want to keep that person off. We don't want any changes because this is happening right now, and we don't want any changes because people are going to naturally, whether they agree with it or disagree, they're going to revert to just, hey, I don't want any, like I want to have control over something, so let's just keep this the same or whatever. But I don't know. I said it could be that, but I don't know.
It could be. I think this year, it might be a little different because I'm not the one to be talking on this because I don't research, I don't do nothing. But just from personal, what I've seen, it seems like the public doesn't rock with what's happening right now, the president who's in office. So it seems like everybody. There's not like one side or the other. It seems kind of like you feel that everybody not rocking with it. So
yeah,
that might make things a little bit more interesting.
Yeah, no, I agree with that because I've seen that too. I think you're right. The public opinion is like not very favorable, but I mean, it's like you might not have another option with your boy getting hemmed up. You know what I mean? So, and then granted, they said he ain't gonna be in. I mean, he's not. He's probably not gonna do any like time. I mean, they gave him. They said he can get 4 years, but I mean, let's be honest. When do we ever see these people go to prison? You know what I mean? Like they're not about to put him in prison, bro. He'll probably get house arrest.
Yeah.
If that.
Yeah, Mar-a-Lago.
Yeah.
Chilling.
Yeah. So I mean, but it's definitely going to be interesting. And in our society today, I don't think that's going to affect anything, to be honest. So
you're right. Actually, you got a point there.
Because only reason why I say that because all right, I'll say this: the first time that he got elected, I already knew he was gonna win.
I think I know where you're going. Yeah.
Because the way that we view, and I'm talking about we as a country, the way that we view our country is we're just trolls at this point.
Yeah.
And I'm including everybody because I'm not excluding you or me. We're just trolls. Like we love the chaos. We love the chaos. We love the story. Like everything that we do is just a reality show, essentially.
Yeah.
So when I realized that he was selected as the candidate for that party, I was like, oh, he's gonna win because it's gonna make a great story. It's gonna give something. It's gonna be something to talk about in the news. Everybody's gonna be arguing and this, that, and the other. This division continues to happen. It was just too easy to see, and it was like I said, whether you voted for him or not, whether you liked it or not, it was gonna happen. It was inevitable because also too the person that was running against him, I personally felt like was pandering.
Definitely.
And that's not going to win votes. Although it did win, like they did win votes, but that's not the way to get into the it wasn't sitting well. I was like,
the pandering, and then like you said, the country being more on the trolling side, the troll calling out the pandering, it was just exacerbated. It was like, well, we'd rather troll her than support her, Yeah.
And it was just too easy to see that outcome. So it was just like, and that's why I feel like this whole thing, it honestly might do more in regards to that particular candidate's case. It might do more good for that case than harm because people are going to be like, oh man, our president is on house arrest, bro. And then that way you can have some content. It's all going to be for content. Like that's just yeah.
And then the fact that his term would be split as well. Like his terms, that'll be signed.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So there's a lot of things that maybe a first or essentially everything with him is a first shit. Yeah. So they continue rolling that number one train, huh?
Yep. And it's just like I said, whatever side you're on out there, I mean, it is what it is. I mean, this is where you live. the thing is, depending on how you look at it, I look at it this way: it's nobody's fault but our own, because we allow it. We allow this type of stuff in every facet of our lives. We have allowed it with music, with all forms of entertainment, from sports on down. We allow it obviously in politics. We allow it just in every aspect. We are more inclined to promote nonsense than quality. You know what I mean? Because we can get more content and more eyes on our content based on the nonsense. You know what I mean? I mean, think about music. Look at all the music artists that are huge, like big time music artists. Not necessarily talented people, but they make money.
Yep. And make money, and they don't necessarily promote. anything of substance either.
Anything. But in a different time period, that wouldn't have worked. But now it does because again, we allow that type of stuff. You know, that's the stuff that we look at, we share, and our again, our world is based off of numbers.
It's mindless entertainment at that point. It's easy to consume, like you said. It's easy to share.
Yeah,
something that is a talking point. Yeah, like I said,
we're all a part of it because I remember I supported Little B.
Oh yeah, for sure.
I supported when Soulja Boy was doing his nonsense
cycle.
Yeah, I supported all that stuff when I was a younger guy, and now here we are. So that's why I'm like, I ain't about to be sitting. I ain't gonna sit here and be like, man, everybody else. Nah, I was a part of it. I laughed. I made my jokes. I posted my posts, and now I'm paying for it. So
Yeah. Well, we can hop in the Wiki game.
Let's hop in the Wiki because it got sad.
I mean,
it got sad real quick. Like, man.
Want to do Skippity Toilet Wikipedia? Start there.
Skippity Toilet, man. What does that look like? I ain't about to type that in on my search bar without knowing what it looks like.
Here, I'm gonna show you.
Yeah, show me. Skippity Toilet.
Here.
Oh, what the?
Exactly,
bro. What is this? Yeah, I'm glad I didn't type that. All right, I got it in incognito because I did not want that in my history. This is creepy, bro. All right, where do you want to end? Where?
Oh, I was gonna let you.
Oh, okay, yeah, that's fair. So this is Skippity Toilet. Let's end at. Let's end at. No, that's too easy. What? Okay, let's end at Uno card game.
Card game Uno.
Yeah, I just saw a deck of Uno cards. That's why I said that.
I think I found it's Uno parenthesis card game.
Yeah. Look like this.
Yep.
All right, you ready?
Yep.
Skippity Toilet. 1, 2, 3. Wiki.
Wiki. Oh yeah. So I've been told we haven't explained the Wiki game in a minute. So the Wiki game is we pick a Wiki article. You start there. So we starting at Skippity Toilet, right? Mm-hmm. So and Jordan picked our end article, which is Uno, the card game. Mm-hmm. So starting at the Skippity Toilet page, I have to select through only links on the Skippity Toilet page. You can only click the blue hyperlinks and have to track my way to the Uno card game Wikipedia page. So it's like a scavenger hunt essentially. Mm-hmm. So again, so starting at Skippity Toilet, 3, 2, 1, Wiki.
And if you're at home, do it too.
Yeah, at home, see if you can beat us.
Let's
beat Jordan pretty easy. Man.
Cut it out because I can actually read. Let's see. Netherlands. Yeah. I'm gonna get this pretty good.
I think I got it too.
I don't think so.
Motherfucker.
You struggling?
I mean, I thought I had it. I had it in.
You did?
Yeah, bro.
Whenever somebody say had. Hey, what you over there typing?
I'm finding end page. I'm trying to find end page.
Let's see.
Okay. No. Yeah. What's up? You there yet?
No. I'm trying to find.
Come on, bro. Like what? Oh shit.
I'm trying to find a specific link.
Yeah, sure you are.
Gotta be in here somewhere.
That's what I'm saying.
I'm pretty sure.
What did you think? The kind, the style. What would you say?
What would I say?
Yeah.
I would say just keep looking.
Did you just say keep looking?
Yeah. What you thought?
Okay.
Oh, this is whack. I'm not finding what I need to find.
Me neither.
Wait, let's do this. Mm-hmm.
Okay. Oh, I do know this game. Oh, wait.
I was trying to find the one when you weren't looking, and I was going to hold it up, but
Nope. Nope. Stop talking.
You wouldn't let me.
Yeah.
It's pretty easy.
All right. Good shit.
You already know. You know what it is. So we got Uno card game. Then we came from card game, gamer, video game, cooperative video game. Did I say that? Cooperative. Cooperative.
Yeah.
Here we go. Fortnite, skibbity toilet.
Well, all I gotta say was you find words faster than me within the pages because
I'm dope like that, man. I told you, hey, reading is fundamental, bro.
That was a trash ass. Yeah,
exactly.
That was trash,
bro. If I read books, so
I went from Skibbity to Half-Life 2 to video games, and then I couldn't find card games.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, if you like, bro, all right, read 10 pages of a book per night, and it'll improve your reading tremendously. And
I don't think it's the reading part. I think it's the finding.
No, I think it is because I heard you read out loud.
I think it's the finding.
No, but the thing is, if you knew how to read, then you would be able to find.
All right, that's fine because I'm gonna cut all this shit out anyway.
I'm just trying to give you helpful tips. That way it's not such a lopsided victory every time. Like where it's like, all right, I'm waiting.
I don't think it's lopsided. I think I get there and then I get stuck.
Well, I think you get to like page 3, and then like you might like if we were popcorn reading, I might pick you just. Like if I was in class and I was like, hey, I tapped one of the homeboys, like, hey man, we want to get laughing real quick. All right, we pop reading. I'm like, big Ricky.
Onomatopoeia.
Netherlands. It's Netherlands, Ricky. It's Netherlands.
But you know what? To my defense, there's a place here called Netherlands. So
neither or neither.
Neither. Yep.
NED.
Yep.
Okay, because Netherlands is NETH.
Right. That's the thing. That's the thing. It's phonics, right?
Yeah, but TH doesn't make a D sound.
That's what I was about to say. I'm not hooked on it.
I know Ebonics. In Ebonics, you would say the like duh.
All right.
If you would say in Ebonics, you would say that. You would say dat.
All right. That's been another week of the Ricky Jordy podcast.
We didn't do the intro. What up? This is we back for another week of the Ricky Jordy podcast. I'm one half of your host, Jordy.
And I'm the other half of your host, Rick.
And we about to be out. We're going to catch y'all next week for the next episode of the Rick and Jordy podcast. Again, I'm one half of your host, Jordy.
And I'm the other half of your host, Rick.
We'll catch y'all next week.
Peace.